What's good, Vibe Squad? So this is your girl Devin, and I am actually here. Like we had mentioned before, we're taking this channel to another direction, and we feel like this is one of the directions we actually want to go in. And I've been very I've been procrastinating on doing this actually because I wasn't quite sure exactly how this works. I wasn't sure what I should do. So I'm coming to you for a story time. They're always a lot of fun. I binge watch story times on a lot of YouTubers, and their stories are always just so interesting. So I want to also share some personal and crazy experiences of my own, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. And forgive me, I will get the hang of this, but I just have to get the hang of it. So without further ado, let's get the story time. So if you read the title, this is actually my story time on I was supposed to be babysitting. This story is very it's kind of short, but it's, when I think about it, it's just like, that was so irresponsible of you. You don't know what could have happened. But at the time, I was in high school, and you know how girls are. We're just finding ourselves out. We're literally just going through the motions, if you will. And I basically knew myself to be a little boy crazy. Sue me. I didn't know how to necessarily interact with boys, and I wasn't big up on straight up approach, but I was very shy. So what are you gonna do? Always felt as if I probably wasn't attractive, so guys probably wouldn't talk to me. I've always had male friends. Just going to get that out there. I've always had male friends to be around. So I knew how to joke around with guys. I just didn't know how to say that I liked them. You know, I was very challenged in the boy department for, in that sense. So it is what it is. Her mother, which is my godmother, she was basically a stay-at-home mom. She always picked us up from school every day. She always had dinner ready by the time we got home. And she was just one of those mothers. She was just there, it's something that you appreciate, and some people take it for granted. But she was always there, and it was nice because my mother had to work a lot because she was supporting herself as well as a teenager. So she didn't want me home by myself. And all throughout elementary, middle school, and high school, I was at their house. So let's get to the good stuff. All right, so again, I didn't personally have a type. There were guys that I liked and I thought they were attractive. I'm very simple when it comes to my male interaction. Either I'm feeling it or I'm not. Either this is someone I actually want to talk to again, or I don't. So, but there was this guy that was in the apartment complex that they lived in, and I seen him like in passing. I always was with my sisters, and either I saw him walking with who I found out to be his brother, or he was walking by himself to someplace else. And I've noticed him before. I always thought that he was like hella fine, but I was challenged in that department. this was very funny because I left outside to watch them go to their car. I just wanted to make sure they pulled off okay, because that's what we do in our family. We stay at the door until we see that car pull off. Make sure everyone's okay. And it was in the middle of the day. It's not like it was dark or anything. But as they are pulling off, I see old dude walking down the street by himself. And he looked as if he was looking at me. Now, if he wasn't, I would have made myself look very stupid at this moment. But he looked like he was looking at me. So my natural instinct is to wave. I am from the South, you know, basically. So I have Southern hospitality. So my main instinct is to either A, smile, B, wave. So I did both because I thought he was cute, and that's just what I did. I remember this, and I thought my heart was going to be out of my chest because he waved back. But then he started to power walk. What's he doing? So he starts to power walk to my complex, a building that we not the complex, but the building that we were in. And then he starts to sprint a little. It's very odd. What are you doing? You know, I should have took my butt in the house, but I didn't, because I was like, I know he ain't coming to try to talk to me. That's exactly what he came to do. And he threw me off because he said, what's up? But he had an accent. He was from Panama. And his accent was super thick, super, like, I could not understand anything this boy said to me. But he sounded good saying it. So he had an accent, so. Because I remember he said, what's up? And I was like, huh? He probably thought I was trying to be funny too, but when I finally understood what he said, I was like, oh, hey. And then we're standing out in front talking, and he's just like, do you, I seen you around, do you live here? And I'm just like, basically, you know? And he was like, well, what's up? I don't know. What is up? And he's like, girl, don't play with me. Don't play with you what? I just met you. And he thought I was being funny, but I again, like I said, I was boy challenged in the department of speaking, you know. So I probably did sound like I freaking weirdo, but I don't know you. I don't know what you're wanting from me right now. So we're talking, and her little sister is like, she's opening the door, peeking out the door, is like, are you coming back in? You know, and I'm just like, oh shoot. Supposed to be watching some kids. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna come back in. And I was gonna be, right back, right in. And she's like, okay. And she goes back inside. And then I turn around, look at the guy, and I'm like, okay, well, it was nice to meet you. I have to go back because I'm actually babysitting right now. And he's like, well, why? You have to go back in. You're standing right here. You're in front of the door. No one can get in. So I'm like, yeah, you're right. And so, I stayed and I talked to him for like another 3 minutes. It wasn't that long. And then I was like, I gotta go. you're right about, I'm right here so I can see if someone is coming towards the building, but this ain't right. I have to go. And he's like, well, why don't you meet me in the hall?